stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the TCU Horned Frogs taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Horned Frogs will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got him downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ducks!
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
Coming out with it, it's Woodhead. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the tailback. Made a defender miss. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Might as well give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Looking to throw on second down. Finds his tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
His home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Kane. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. Direct snap. Shakes off the tackler. Done enough for the first down. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's going to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Quarterback keeper. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On third down, he drops to throw. Heaves it on the run. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got it past the marker. Able to make his way past. First down, and the time is going to drain out here in the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, TCU 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough. Make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
They'll run play action. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab over the middle. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun. Extending the play. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Let's it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. The give to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. It's caught to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Off play action on 1st down. Now improvising. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Ducks want to move quickly. The give out of the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First play point of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Touchdown, Oregon! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
TCU 0.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy target.
The back goes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide receiver shows motion. Out of the gun to give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off play action. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half. With the score, Oregon 28, TCU
The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
The returner is tackled down at the 17, and the TCU offense will take over.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
On the run, it's Cade. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're bringing heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On second down, he'll let it fly. On target to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the ball is picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
You know, you start day one at training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Using his legs to buy some time. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He makes a grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And 4th and inches, you know it's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They're going to ride this running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They want to get this defense on its heels. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oregon 35, TCU 7.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll try the run. And they corral him at the 2-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Black 24. Alert, alert. Unlock. Ready.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
TCU.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Colorado. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Buys a little extra time. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Comes out throwing on first down. Steps away to find some room. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
On second down, looking to throw. Working the middle. And he'll be brought down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Moving away from pressure. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Off the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sure hands. It's Kane. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Caught over the middle. It's Durham. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd down, going up top. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Now, a 4th down.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, keep the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. And the quarterback takes a knee in victory formation, and he'll get to do it one more time as the clock winds inside a minute. The Ducks will try to pick it up on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the...
He wants to go deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Now from inside the red zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. Playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.